Right, there's a slight story about this song. It's not a big one. That is... You are awful. I actually wrote this at 3 o'clock this morning. I was laying in bed thinking about what I was going to do tonight and how I was going to link the songs and things. And I thought about the business of saying that Stubby was my sort of voice, you know, sort of writing songs for him. And then I went downstairs. I couldn't sleep anymore. I went downstairs and picked the guitar up. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I went through the songs again tonight because I've been dead nervous about tonight. I don't know why. Because like everybody is friends anyway. So. And I just sat there thinking about the clubs and the whole circuit, you know, in this country. Excuse me. And I mean, we're making a living at it and enjoy it immensely. But there are one or two things that kind of intrigue us as we travel around the scene, you know.
That was a very choice word.
Actually, they thoroughly piss us off. That's more like it, isn't it? That was the word we were looking for. This isn't, I would hasten to add, this isn't one of the clubs that does that. This is one of the good clubs. And we always wanted to play here when we first started out. We wanted to play this club. We look forward to playing it. And we still do. It's a nice club. And thanks for having us here tonight, Pam. And Eddie. But more to Pam because she's prettier than you. Right, so this song is about the British clubs and things, and just about from the musician's point of view. It might not work because I forgot to bring the glasses in and I can't see the words. Can you shout them to us, Gary, if I forget them right? Anyone remember Bob Dylan and stuff like that, the talking blues and things from the sort of 60s? When we arrived at the club last night, we somehow knew that things weren't right. We got to the door and the fellow was there and said, "My name's Bill. There may not be an audience here tonight. See, things haven't gone too well lately. Can you hear what I'm saying? That's sad." And he told us things weren't going too well, and he was finding it hard to sell the tickets for his country music club. He said, "I don't know why folks sooner go down the pub these days. I mean, what have they got to offer? Except real ale and fancy beer mats and Draylon furniture and pretty barmaids all in a row." And he said last month the crowd was thin and there was only 3 folks, they came in. But the band were good and there was a cowboy stall and the music papers said a good time was had by all. Well, both. One fella got up in the middle of the act and said, "This ain't country music, I'm going." So we shrugged our shoulders like musicians do and looked him in the eye and said, "What's new?" Don't worry if there's no crowd. There's less people to say we're playing too loud. In fact, if there's nobody there at all, we can play at the volume we want to play at and just deafen ourselves, playing songs that they don't know anyway. I wish I could see the bleeding words. Gets in my eyes. So we set up the gear with the usual test. Keep it still. I can't see the rest. I'll try that again. So we set up the gear with the usual test and we hit the stage to do our best. When the moment came and we looked around, it seemed a shame to make a sound and wake up the bar staff who probably wouldn't like country music anyway and would much rather, along with us, be anywhere else in the world tonight, you know. at the end of the night, Bill came to us and he said, you know, I don't want to make a fuss, but while you were on the stage there playing, I was down on the floor doing a little bit of praying. And I don't suppose you fancy doing this gig for love, do you? I looked at him and I said, hell, Bill, there's nobody in this band fancies you that much. Gary, you're going to have to get the other sheet. Not yet. Yeah, it's halfway through. You can read. I assume you can. I appreciate that. So now we're headed for another town. Well, you can't hold a good band down. But now, shut up, Molly, will you? But now we've given in. We've dropped our fee, and we've registered as a charity. But I think if I ever get my chance again, you know, I don't want to come back as a musician. I want to come back as... Okay, you put them down now. Thank you. A chiropodist? No. I want to come back as Fred Pontin, Billy Butlin, or Tony Best, or even John Smith. Thank you.